Morning, everyone. Hope you're all well. It's Bernard here on behalf of MovieGameNostalgia.com. It's Thursday, so it's episode 11 now. This is our 11th look at posters from the 90s and the 2000s, all from promotional posters that I had from my video shop in Manchester, which I owned during those periods. And we're going from 1997 up to 2004 today, and it's a funny one actually. We're on to not onto the letter M. That's just the next batch that was there when I went in the back to sort the posters out. Obviously, we're looking at letter M, some of the letter M's today, and I call it my sequel week this week because 3 of the films have actually got posters with sequels as well. So I've thrown another poster in there just because obviously we're a bit boring, isn't it? If you're getting sequel things, you want to see different posters, don't you? So we're doing 11 today rather than 10, so I just threw an extra one in. Anyway, if you like this sort of thing, push your subscribe button, that'd be great. Obviously, push the bell notifications so you know when these things are due out for movies, posters, board games. Anyway, let's get on with it. First one. Well, what a cracking start. One of the highest rates. Keanu Reeves, Laurence Fishburne, crazy, sexy, very cool. The action movie of the millennium. All that. I mean, that was crap. I mean, it got 8.7 rating on IMDb, Internet Movie Database. Obviously, we all know about it being a hacker's world sort of thing, and obviously we did get sequels to this. There's a clue in there. The filmmakers or the people who made it wanted the dialogue in it because they just thought the screenplay was so confusing. I mean, that was Matrix 1. I mean, we were going to go even more confused, weren't we, by Matrix 2 and 3. But so they insisted on the dialogue to tell people what was going on. A great poster. I mean, I'll say great and fantastic a lot, don't I, with these posters, but it is. That's a superb poster. That's the Matrix. $63 million to make, 464 million clawed back. So that's just Matrix 1. And of course, if you've got Matrix 1, you've got to have Matrix Reloaded. Again, not as well appreciated. IMDb, it's only got a 7.2 out of 10 rating. GM Motors donated 300 cars apparently for this Matrix thing, and all 300 were wrecked by the end of the film. This obviously had a bigger budget, 150 million, and claw back a lot more, 742 million. But by Matrix, a lot of people were getting a bit confused by this. I mean, I've watched all 3. I probably will go back one day and watch all 3 again. I don't think I sat and watched them all again. I did watch bits and pieces on, but again, DVD and VHS Friday the 10th of October. So the 10th of October is significant to you or someone you know and you love the Matrix. It's great to have a little bit of memorabilia like that with the dates on it as well. Matrix Reloaded. That's the second one. And guess what? Obviously sticking with a boring theme, but as well we have Matrix Revolutions, the third one. Buy it, rent it, DVD, video. And video. I mean, the DVD video was interesting, actually. They only put the video on so people could relate to it. Obviously, there's no need to write video on there, but that's what they did. And Video Friday. So again, 2nd of April is 2nd of April, if significance to you. This was simultaneously, if I say that big word, released in 50 countries worldwide. So, for instance, in London, it screened at 2 p.m., the first showing of it. New York City, it screened at 9 a.m. and obviously Tokyo, it screened at 11 p.m. So it all simultaneously screened at the same time. Again, by this time, it's only got a 6.7 rating on IMDb. We're getting a bit lost, aren't we? I think by number 3 about what's going on. 150 million budget, similar to the second one. Obviously, they may have been filmed together. I might be wrong on that one, but only clawed in 427 million. So, but again, everything that has a beginning has an end. So did it? Well, there you go. We don't know. I mean, there are rumours of another Matrix, aren't there? So anyway, that's your Matrix fill for today. On to a lesser known. Matrix Reloaded was 2003, and obviously Matrix Revolutions was 2003. The original Matrix was released in 1999. And now we're going to 2002, a more obscure film, one called May. So if you can't find a friend, make one. I mean, it's nice, obviously, in October, the horror month, to have things like this, isn't it? Interesting fact, all the killings in this, well, there are killings, I'm not giving too much away, are all at neck height or above, so there's no one gets killed in the stomach or in the chest or anything. They all go for the neck or above. So keep an helmet on, you'd probably be all right. You know, you might probably survive. It's just about a lonely woman who's obviously starts going on into a murderous tailspin. But what did it get? Got 5.7 out of 10 IMDb. It's okay. It's one of these that probably become a little bit of a cult film. People seek it out and watch it. But it wasn't too badly played at the time. 18 certificate. It's always nice to have an 18 certificate. You don't tend to get as many these days having that. And on from May, we've got obviously a bit of a lighter on this one now. Lovely cast. I mean, great cast. Typical British romantic comedy. Maybe Baby, Hugh Laurie, Jolie Richardson before Hugh disappeared to America and started doing lots of things over there. Perfect marriage, perfect sex life, inconceivable. I mean, Jolie Richardson, I mean, I loved her in this, I must admit, I really enjoyed it. This was year 2000. We got a 5.7 rating on IMDb, but no, it's better than that. It's a nice little quirky film if you missed it. It's about a couple trying to conceive a child, and it's just silly British humour. Emma Thompson starred in the film, and she literally, her part in the film, she took 1 day to do. It only took her 1 day to film it, so that's a nice post. And they say Jolie, I mean, I did sort of fall in love a little bit with Jolie Richardson, I must admit. She's so cute in this. And obviously I didn't fall in love with Hugh Laurie, but Hugh Laurie's Hugh Laurie, isn't it? But that's a great poster. See it first on video. 2000. So no mention of the old dreaded DVDs there. On to the next one. One of my favourite films of obviously he was throwing them out at the time, quite a lot of these films, wasn't he? Jim Carrey. Now directors of There's Something About Mary, Me, Myself and Irene. Of course, there's no picture of Renee, but again, another film star. I have all these crushes on these female film stars. Another film star, I'm not quite sure about the new look Renee Zellweger, but I did sort of really like the old look Renee Zellweger, this and things like the other films she filmed in, she starred in at the time. So that's 6.6. It's year brought out in 2000, 6.6 on IMDb. Obviously about a split personality policeman. I think we've all seen that, haven't we? But they did actually go out together, Rennie and Jim, during the filming of this. Obviously it didn't last. I think they both had a few dalliances, didn't they, in the time? Outrageous. FHM also on rental. So Me, Myself and Irene. So there you got year 2000. That's a great poster. Nice image of the split face there. On to Miss Lindsay Lohan, who's had a few problems, hasn't she, over the years, and Tina Fey. A film called Mean Girls. Again, at the time, 2004. So towards the last 2 or 3 years of the video, I had a video shop till 2008. So sort of well into the video time. DVD and video again. DVD video is written again as opposed to just DVD, which it could be, but it's just so people know what video is. From October. Mean Girls, 7 out of 10 IMDb. Good rating for that sort of film, isn't it? High school sort of girl who's obviously in with the clique and then has a few problems when she falls for someone else. Lindsay Lohan was due to play the bad girl, but she didn't think it'd do her image much good. I think that's called irony, isn't it? So she ended up playing the nice girl. So there you go. Great poster. If you're a Lindsay Lohan fan, and Tina Fey even, that is a really good poster. Right, and we go on to our next film with another popular one of mine. I mean, this was from the year 2000. Another 7 out of 10 on IMDb. Superb Robert De Niro, Ben Stiller, of course. Meet the Parents. Absolutely fantastic film. I mean, the cat in the film. Robert De Niro loved the cat. He actually wanted the cat in more scenes, so more scenes were put in so he could appear with the cat in the film. But another great poster. It was a 12 rating, wasn't it? That was a 17 million to make, 129 million declared back at the box office. That Me, Myself and Irene was 51 million and got 150 million back, so that did really well. And again, Meet the Parents for that sort of film, 55 to get 330 million. Amazing figures. They're great, there's the old lie detector machine. It's a really nice poster. And of course, if you got Meet the Parents, what we got? Meet the Fockers. I did pronounce that right. It was quite funny in the UK at the time. I remember the kids coming in the shop, in the video shop, and saying, "No, have you got Meet the Fockers?" and just laughing, because of obviously in the UK and I suppose in the US as well, the ramifications of the name. I had adults pulling silly faces as well. So I mean, I just did, didn't I? So that says it all. Robert De Niro, Ben Stiller, Dustin Hoffman, Barbara Streisand. What a fantastic cast that was. Meet the Family on DVD, 16th of May. So again, 16th of May, any relevance with you there? That was 2004, so that was 4 years later to Meet the Parents. 6.3 out of 10. And they actually had to prove that to get it through the censors, etc., that it was actually, get it produced, it was actually a family with the name Focker. So they had to prove, so they had to prove there was, this name existed and they hadn't just made it up and they were, they weren't being, trying to take the mick. There's the old cat there. It's the same cat as well. Was it the same cat? I think it was the same cat. I'm not sure, actually. I wish I'd found out. Wish I should have looked at that, shouldn't I? 80 million budget, 517 million it took back at the box office. Amazing figures. And then on to the last couple today. So we'll rush through these. And another fantastic, some great films today. This one was from 1997, a 7.3 out of 10 rating on IMDb. Steven Spielberg was involved in this one, so that says it all, really, doesn't it? And we've had a brand new one, obviously. We've had Men in Black International, but this is the original. Tommy Lee Jones, Will Smith, absolutely brilliant poster, protecting the earth from the scum of the universe. PG rating. Just a slight crease on the poster there, but it's still excellent quality. You put this in the frame, you won't even notice that. And with entertainment. Steven Spielberg actually rang Will Smith to offer him the role in this personally, and Will Smith didn't believe it was Steven Spielberg. It was a while before he knew it was him. 90 million budget, 590 million back, so did really, really well. Did you like the new one? It was okay, but you can't beat that, can you? And of course, as I said, it's sequel week this week, so you've got to have Men in Black. You've got to have Men in Black 2, aren't you? Which it says 2002. It was actually made, but obviously on DVD and video, it's released in January 2003, but it was a 2002 release. So again, they got the great Jones and Mr. Smith there, Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith. 27th of January. Again, any significance to you? Cost a lot more to make than the first one, 140 million, and claw back 440 million. So wasn't as well liked, obviously, as the original. The dog. They did use the same dog in this. I do know this is in the original, but it greyed a little bit with age. So they actually had to put makeup on his fur where all the grey bits were. So I mean, why not just show him a bit older? Obviously, I think did he go back in time? I can't remember now. He may have gone back in time, so they couldn't have shown an older dog, could they? I suppose so. That's my memory letting me down there. But another superb Men in Black poster, Men in Black 2. So, some great films, 11 films there. Most of those I would watch again. I'd watch all the Matrixes again. Perhaps not. Maybe, baby. Yes, I would. Me, myself, Irene. Yes, I've watched it a few times. Mean Girls. Yeah, I'd probably give Mean Girls a watch. It was quite a good teenage thing at the time. Meet the Parents, Meet the Fockers. I mean, Men in Black. I mean, you're talking 11 brilliant films there. I've enjoyed that today because they're all very good. All big box office. I mean, 4, 11, 15... 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 6, 3, 1, 3, 3, 7, 4. Talking about over £4 billion there. those posters and movies I've shown you. So that was quite an incredible, just by pure luck, quite an incredible batch, wasn't it, of 11 films today. So I hope you enjoyed that. As I said, push the old subscribe button, push the bell notification so you know when these are coming out. We do them every week, obviously, and I've got plenty to go. If I do 10 a week, it'll take me probably 100 weeks to get through the posters I've got at the moment. That's without me adding any to it. So it'll keep us busy for a couple of years, won't it? Keep everybody quiet. See what shape I'm in after a couple of years. Say I've lost a lot of weight recently, deliberately. From when I first started doing this, you probably noticed. So I'm sort of down to my fighting weight now. Weight I'm sort of happy with, so I don't plan on losing too much more. So I've probably changed over the weeks I've been doing these things. Anyway, follow me on Twitter at nostalgia_movie. I'm on Facebook at Bernardine with links to Movie Game Nostalgia, where all these posters, I'll put links underneath if you like any of these posters and you want to seek them out on moviegamenostalgia.com site. Obviously DVDs, obviously board games on there as well. So have a look through there. It's good for footfall. If you just check on it and have a look through, you don't have to buy anything, just have a look. If there's anything you're after that you can't see, just give us a shout. I'll point you in the right direction, or I might be able to get hold of it for you. I always try and compete with the big boys on the internet, obviously price-wise, so I'm always competitive. I can't always beat them, but a lot of the time I can. So, hey, just let me know what you're after and give me a chance. I'll be back tomorrow with the second part of the rated horrors of the decades. So tomorrow we're doing the 1970s, which was absolutely, it's when you look back at the 1970s, it was a superb decade for horrors, and the 2000s, which perhaps not quite as good as the 70s, but then again, in 30, 40 years' time, perhaps we'll be saying the 2000s were a superb year for horrors, isn't it? We always look back on these things. So I'll be back with that tomorrow. So hope you enjoyed that. Whatever you're doing with the rest of your day after watching this, have a great one. Look after yourself, look after your family, look after your friends. And I'll see you all again very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.